Mothers against skinny sons.
That'll be a tough refrigerator to crack.
I bet he hasn't cracked that refrigerator since Eden left.
Man does not live by fast food alone.
Right. And we're going to solve the problem. Except I just had one more problem.
What's that?
I can't get at my keys. Maybe I can get at the doorbell.
Maybe we could yell.
Yelling is not a bad idea, but I think I've got to... Yes? Who are you?
Who are you? I'm Chris's mother.
And I'm Chris's mother-in-law.
Oh, I guess I'm on very shaky ground all of a sudden.
Is my son here?
Yes, yes. Come on in.
Man, what a night. What time do we finally call it quits?
You look like I felt after catching that bullet.
Really? What do I got to smile about?
Well, yesterday you had a lot of things.
Oh, really? Well, that was before I took to Julia.
What did she do to take the smile off your face?
She just happens to be reopening the oil investigation.
Oh, I heard something about that.
No, you did more than hear about that. You knew a lot more than that.
I've been meaning to talk to you.
But I really don't understand. I really couldn't figure why she would open the investigation without any of us. Then I realized she has copies of the memos, courtesy of you.
You took the confession right out of my mouth.
Why, Mason?
Well, it's not the way it seems.
No, it's a lot worse. Why are you doing this? I thought we had a talk. I thought we came to an understanding between the two. Why?
We were understanding each other better than ever.
So you turn around and try to stab me in the back?
No, there's an explanation, albeit not too logical.
I don't know which one of your split personalities copied the original memos, but I do know who gave it to her. Are you serving notice, Mason? Mason is back, and he hates his father as much as Sonny hated him.
Believe it or not, Dad, I'm not out to get you. Quite the opposite.
What is it, son? Are you trying to protect me?
Exactly.
From what?
From yourself.
Hey, check that out. There may have been 3 of them, but they get bigger every time, and we like that, don't we? This may come as a surprise to you, but you actually may have a real family. That's very touching. If only it were true. And I thought the day was going on so nicely. How many cases of fraud have you dealt with? A lot. Enough to know that I'm not facing it now.
No, not facing it, groveling at his feet.
Well, thank you for that vote of confidence.
I just wish the FDA would make us wear content labels. Then everyone would know that the main ingredient in the newly improved Mason Capwell is unadulterated crap.
And your label would be sour grapes.
You think I want to be involved in that family of clowns? I am the only person in Santa Barbara who doesn't buy that pathetic act. In fact, I intend to run the whole circus out of town.
It's official. Recovered evidence reopens Capwell case. Huh? You like that? Never thought I'd see that headline.
That's great. It's only missing one thing. Thanks to Scott Clark.
I was just going to say that.
Nah, Julia did all the work.
Wonder if she's still ticked off about last night.
She thinks I'm still angry about last night.
I know she is.
She's right.
Excuse me for being happy for my old friend.
Excuse me for thinking I might know how much his case means to my fiancé.
She didn't have to take my head off.
I should have taken her head off.
Maybe I was a little out of line.
Maybe I was a little out of line.
Is it a little tense in here or what?
I wonder
Has
what
anybody heard from
Chelsea's
Chelsea?
doing. Postcard from Chelsea.
Well, why don't you read it?
Please do.
Dear Heather, Scott, and Celeste, I'm writing from the airport. We're just about to get on a plane and fly to my new home. I'm so excited. Guess what? The man behind the counter said I look just like my mommy, and he didn't even know. It's all because of you. You're my best friends in the whole wide world. I'll never forget what you did for me. Thanks so much. Love, Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Cheers.
As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted,
Did you turn on another record? This one's skipping.
I'd like to break that one over your fool head.
And I probably wouldn't feel anything because I am deliriously happy for 5 minutes of my life, so leave me alone.
Delirious is a certainly good word, or maybe stark raving mad. Do you realize you are going right into a disaster?
And I'll have a hell of a time getting there.
Oh, did it ever occur to you that even though Mason says that Sonny's gone, it's not necessarily true?
Not today, no. And I don't need anyone else to tell me that. I can see it for myself.
You think these past few weeks have been bad? Wait till he warms up.
I've already felt the heat. Should have seen the heart machine.
Oh, spare me. We're talking about a lowlife who not only blackmailed you, but had the bad taste to marry Gina and eats pork rinds, for God's sake. Sonny and Mason are two sides of the same bad penny. Mason made your life miserable, and Sonny's even worse.
Well, Mason's here right now, and he happens to love me.
And he also loves himself a lot.
We'll handle that. You know what? 5 minutes of happiness with Mason is worth a lifetime of grief with someone else.
That is, without a doubt, the most asinine statement I have ever heard.
Sounded pretty stupid to me, too. I don't know why I said that.
What happens when Mr. Wonderful hits his head on a medicine chest and starts warbling, "Your flag decals won't get you into heaven anymore"?
I'll kiss his bump, and I'll make him all better.
Oh, please! Even if Mason has gotten rid of Sonny, that does not certify his sanity. His mother is gathering dust balls in a loony bin somewhere. Next to him, she looks normal. Besides, he's still a Catwell, and they are the most conniving, crooked mob on earth. You do not marry into that family. They swallow you up. Bon appetit.
Spoiled sport.
No, Dad, you got it all wrong. Sonny acted out of hate, frustration. I acted out of love.
For Julia?
No, for you.
For me? Well, forgive me for missing the distinction. But it seems to me the end result is exactly the same.
Well, I'm hoping that it won't be. Believe me, Dad, the last thing I want is to stick it to you. That was Sonny's game.
And misery loves company?
Look, I don't mean to sound presumptuous. I only wanted to help you make peace with yourself and the people that you've hurt. In my place, you might have done the same thing.
Well. I don't know whether to thank you or kick your butt.
You know, I'm not the only split personality around here. And my alter ego was a saddle tramp who would do anything and screw over just about anybody to get what he wanted, just to make a buck. Yours is a CEO who'll do just about the same thing, but for considerably higher stakes.
Sonny's 5 million wasn't exactly peanuts.
Sonny Sprocket was no more the real me than the corporate Capwell is the real you. And I'm counting on our being alike in one critical aspect. And that's that deep down, we have an abiding need to do the right thing. I'm just trying to give you the chance.
It's a pleasure to meet you both. I've heard a lot about you.
I wish we could say the same.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that you have a lot to talk about. I'm heading out for a run, so I'll see you later.
Morning.
Do you want to do the honors?
No, you go right ahead.
Well, we know who Madam X is. How would you like to tell us what she's doing here?
She's helping me with a case.
She's the policewoman?
No, but the two of us are working together very closely.
Obviously.
The nature of the investigation requires that she stay here.
Do you ordinarily invite your co-workers to spend the night?
Only when it's necessary.
Well, I don't understand.
That makes 2 of us.
Cruz, you said it was important for you to stay here and not join Eden in Paris. Was that just to come here, to stay here and do your police work?
I don't know what this case is, but it must be very important to keep you from your wife. It has to do with Adriana, doesn't it?
Cruz, why is this woman in your house? And how do you expect her to help you? You need to be with Eden at her side so you can help each other.
This woman, Sophia, is a psychic, and she has seen Adriana. She believes, and so do I, there's a chance Adriana is still alive.
I realize you had nothing to do with this. Mason did. See? Mason gave Julie the memos. He also gave me back $5 million.
Don't go getting any ideas about that.
What? But you turning Pollyanna? By doing something noble? Perish the thought. No, I've already written off your half of the money. What I haven't written off is Brendan.
Cece, I am warning you.
You see, when Mason agreed to blackmail me, he was mentally ill. And you knew about it. You're the only one that knew about it. You did nothing for him. You didn't seek help or anything. You used him. You made Sonny the dominant character, and you made Mason a prisoner in his own body.
Cece, you're the one that brought Sonny out in the first place.
That is a mistake I will never, ever make again. Nor am I going to make another mistake about Brandon.
You're never going to get the chance to take Brandon away from me.
Gina, start packing the boys' things. The party's over. The boy's mine.
You gave Julia the memos?
What if I did?
Well, that's a Sonny move if I ever heard of one.
Guess again, Gina.
Had to be Sonny. I mean, why would you do something like that?
Gina, I realize that the concept of somebody doing the ethical thing would be completely beyond your grasp, but you might as well get used to it. I'm going to do my best to make amends for every rotten thing that Sonny ever did. I'm going to start making things up to people. You might consider doing the same thing.
Well, I'm not giving back a cent.
Suit yourself. There are other ways to make you pay.
You can't be serious. The psychic?
I am serious.
So that's why you were reading all those strange books.
Yeah, I had some harebrained idea that perhaps I had some kind of psychic gift or something.
And this is what's keeping you from Eden? Cruz, this is not right.
Sophia, do you think there's something else going on between this woman and myself?
No, I don't at all. But I am starting to worry about you. I think your grief is making you grasp at straws. Cruz, put it to rest. Let Adriana go.
Well, I really can't do that, can I? As long as I believe there's a chance that she may be alive.
What chance? You're basing your hope on tea leaves, crystal balls, and seances.
Well, there has to be more to it than that. Mijo, is this your way of making peace with what's happened?
No. I mean, I can't let this go, can I? I have to know one way or the other before I can say goodbye.
Whose idea was this?
What difference does it make?
I just think the psychic is taking advantage of you.
What do you think, Sophia? She's walking in here, I'm just letting her take over my life or something? I had this woman checked out. She has proven psychic abilities. In fact, she had a clear enough vision of a major player in the kidnapping, a nanny, that we have this composite sketch drawn up. If we can find this woman, we have a chance of finding my baby.
Well, look who's here.
I'm surprised you remember me.
Oh, I never forget a face. Especially somebody who, pays for their drinks with $100 bills.
I am not yet used to the money in this country.
Well, if you're paying with C-notes, you must be doing something right. Are you, in town long?
No.
On business, or?
Yes, you might say.
Well, I hope you're not just passing through.
American coins are so complicated.
Oh, you want to make a phone call? Here. On the house.
Thank you, no.
I wonder how Chelsea's gonna like Seattle.
Well, she's bound to be a little lonely. All her friends are back here.
You know what? Why don't we write her a welcome home, sort of welcome to your new home letter, huh?
It's a great idea.
I'll get some paper. What are these, pictures?
Yeah, Roger dropped those off. I threw them on the desk. They must have gotten covered up. I completely forgot about them.
You know, I might as well take a look and refresh my memory. The only thing I can remember from that night is having an intimate conversation with Punch Bowl. See what I missed. Oh, look, the king and queen posing for their loyal subjects. Looking a little self-conscious, Your Highnesses?
More like miserable.
Oh, poor Michael. He'd practically hold me up. You look like you're having fun.
Really?
God, will you look at this? There's the infamous Punch Bowl, and look at the dragon lady lurking in the background. Oh, this one's kind of cute. What are you doing, Scott? Adjusting her crown? Is that?
I don't remember.
Well, I think it's cute. We should have copies made of it, huh?
Alvarado Street Clinic. Speaking. All right, I'll be there.
Who's that?
That was C.C. Capwell. He wants to speak to me.
Be careful.
That's all right, I won't hurt her.
Not hurt you. You're wounded, remember?
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
This girl can wrap her arms around everything that's important to her now.
So could I if you'd scoot a little closer.
Are you allowed conjugal visits here?
Oh, I don't know. I won't tell the warden if you won't.
I was wondering.
Drop Sammy off at the nursery, turn out the light, and shut the blinds, and we'll find out.
See, you're feeling better. I wanted to talk to you about Sonny.
We were only friends, I promise.
I'm serious. I know that you that you communicated with him a lot before you were shot, and I wanted to know if you've communicated with him since.
You're scared to death he's going to come back, aren't you? What can I do to reassure you that he won't? Take a long, hard look at me. What do you see?
The father of my daughter and the man I love.
And only him.
Not today. We need to talk. You need to talk. I need to mope. That's what we need to talk about. Do you mind something that I never thought in a million years has occurred?
You've stopped meddling in other people's business?
No. I've discovered that we have something in common.
Never.
Of course, the thought nauseates me.
Well, I'm sorry I brought it up, so speak.
How could I sink so low?
I don't know. I'm in suspense, Augusta. Why don't you tell me?
Well, you see, we both want Sonny back.
You've got the hots for him, too?
Let me rephrase that. I want Sonny back for you as much as you do.
Why?
Isn't it obvious?
No, nothing ever is with you.
Well, you want nothing more than to be a Capwell. I want nothing more than for Julia not to be a Capwell. Now, if that doesn't make us sisters in subterfuge, I don't know what does, repugnant as it may be.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's completely hopeless.
Do you think I would subject myself to this humiliation if it were?
Any hopes I had of getting Sonny back flew out the window this morning.
How's that?
Well, I went over to the hospital. When they reopened Cece's case, when they said there was new evidence against him, I assumed that Sonny was involved. Well, Mason says he's responsible. Sonny's gone. He's never coming back.
Oh, that is the most disgustingly defeatist attitude I have ever heard.
The glass is not even half full. It's completely empty.
Oh, for God's sakes, what kind of a woman are you that you would give up on a man just because he took a powder temporarily?
He took a powder forever.
You just gonna roll over?
You got a better idea?
Of course I do. You get out and you fight.
Oh, I haven't the faintest idea as to where to start.
Where's your ingenuity? Where is your bloodlust? Where are the legendary DeMont claws? You can't just give up on this man. He's 50% yours. Come on, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get out there and protect your interests.
So, like you said, you're new in town. You probably need somebody to show you around. I'm volunteering.
If I needed a tour guide, I would ask at the visitor center.
Believe me, I could show you sights no tour guide's ever seen.
That's what worries me.
So is it a date, huh? Yeah, I get the drift.
Pardon?
Well, you've looked at your watch 5 times in as many minutes. I figure you'd have a plane to catch, or you're just giving me the brush off.
Oh, no, not at all. I find you a most pleasant distraction.
Oh, yeah? Well, what could you possibly need a distraction from, huh? You got problems?
Don't we all?
Well, you know what they say. Bartenders make excellent shrinks.
Yes, I imagine your therapy would be quite interesting.
My couch is always open.
Some other time. I really have to go. Thank you for the company.
Will I see you again?
Thank you both for coming. Can I, get you anything?
You can get right to the point. Or save all 3 of us the trouble if you're planning on trying to talk us out of pursuing this case.
That is not what I have in mind at all.
What's on your mind, Cece?
I would like a chance to make full restitution.
What does that mean?
It means I'm prepared to offer each plaintiff, including you, a settlement of $2 million.
That's typical.
Of what?
C.C. Capwell trying to buy his innocence.
That is not what I had in mind at all.
This case was always about more than just money. But leave it to you to assume that you can reduce even people's emotions, people's sufferings to dollars and cents.
Young man, will you kindly let me finish?
Why bother? I've heard it all before.
We're listening.
In addition to the settlement, I would like to make a full public apology, acknowledging my wrongdoing.
Right.
I mean it. I'm willing to take full responsibility for what happened to those oil rig workers, and if either the 2 of you or whoever you represent do not think that is adequate, I urge you to file charges against me. I give you my word, I will not lift a finger to stop you. I will plead guilty, and I will take whatever punishment deemed necessary and fitting. That is all I have to say. Do what you like.
I don't know what to say.
Just give me an answer as soon as possible.
Do you think we could have just a minute?
Certainly.
Thanks.
About the running attire, Doctor. I didn't really expect to be calling on you. I'm just trying to steer clear of Cruz's house for a few hours.
That sounds ominous.
No, I'm just avoiding family.
Well, I'm glad for the chance to hear how your case is going. Pull up a stool.
Did you say something?
I was just wondering if you're still coming up with images.
Yes, I am. Actually, they're stronger than they've ever been. I think the fact that Cruz finally trusts me has really stimulated the images.
It's generally how it works.
Yeah. Can't help feeling that there's something special between us. I mean, my gift and his need connect us in a strange way.
Why do I get the feeling you're not entirely comfortable with this bond?
I just expected it to be a little different.
Look, it's only natural to be drawn to your control, but at the same time, you can't let yourself get too close. You're the giver in this relationship, but you have to take care of your own needs too, and the balance is especially tricky in situations. Sandra? Sandra?
Dr. Morrissey.
What is it?
I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I have to go. I'll call you.
Maybe we should get up.
And get dressed.
Maybe we should think about
Doing something.
doing something.
You think it's always going to be like this? I mean, just happiness?
Nah, it couldn't be like this. I think it's gonna get better.
How can it get better? Tell me the stories. After Hawaii, what then?
Well, we're gonna go cruising around the world looking for, you know, all the cool places we ever heard of in a book or so. I told you this in the grotto that time, remember? We're gonna look for a really beautiful place, a romantic place, and then we're gonna get married.
Then what?
Can't think that far ahead, I don't think.
Well, I can. I want to work at the agency.
The last resort? Really?
Yeah. I want to fulfill all my childhood fantasies. I want to be like Nick and Nora Charles, Mr. and Mrs. North like Lionel Goldus.
That's interesting, but, you know, none of those people had kids. I mean, I thought we wanted to have kids.
Oh, I do want to have kids. We'll have kids. I mean, I want to have it all. I want to have lots of little cruises running around the beach house.
Okay, it's a deal then. As long as some of them cruises can wear dresses.
Do you think this is right? Do you think somebody up there is going to think we're being too greedy and take it all away from us?
Oh, not a chance. After what we've been through, I think we're entitled to all the happiness we can get. And we're going to get a whole bunch of it. You mark my words.
It was so real, Cruz. Catherine was there in the lair. I felt her presence. It was as if I was sitting in her bar stool. I was drinking her glass of Campari. I was glancing at her watch.
Are you okay? My God, you're burning up.
Yeah, I think I might have a fever.
Well, look, here. Right now, put your feet
I
up.
don't know what's the matter with me.
Oh, let me get a cloth. Oh my gosh, the sweat is just pouring over you.
Feels good.
All right, so talk to me.
What do you want to know?
I want to know exactly what happened in the lair.
All I know is I could smell this woman's perfume. And I could taste the Campari in her glass, and I could see everything that she saw.
Uh-huh. Did you see anyone she was talking to?
No.
Did you hear any voices? Any other voices?
No.
Or wasn't there something that would put it in some kind of context, some other person around?
I don't know. I told you everything I saw.
It's not very much, is it?
I don't understand why you're just sitting here drilling me like I'm a suspect.
Well, what do you suggest I do?
You're a cop. Why don't you go ahead and try and find her? Unless you're stalling.
Why would I be stalling?
Maybe you still have doubts. Is that it, Cruz? Still don't believe me?
Yeah, this is Castillo. I want to issue an APB.
I'm going to Disneyland! Whoa!
What?
Isn't that where all the winners go, huh?
Scott! Oh, Scott!
We did it, we
stop.
did it, we did it.
What are you talking about? What happened? Scott, come on. You can't be this excited after a meeting with CC Cat.
The man is full of surprises. 2 million per.
Celeste, do you have any idea what this man is talking about? Not the foggiest.
You're not going to believe this.
I already don't believe this.
The notorious C.C. Capwell, scourge of the working class, has just pulled off the most incredible downshift in the history of money grubbing.
Stop teasing us. What happened? What did he say?
All right, you ready for this? He volunteered to publicly acknowledge his guilt in the deaths of the oil rig workers. And on top of that, he's willing to make full restitution to the families.
How full?
$2 million each.
Oh, that is some apology. Scott, oh my God, that makes you a millionaire.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Congratulations, Scotty. Not only that, but you got Cece to confess. You know how much that's going to mean to the families? More than the money.
Yeah, that's right. The money is not going to bring back the fathers and the husbands, but at least it's going to make a few dreams come true.
Oh, hey, there goes the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, this calls for a serious celebration.
Oh, honey, you bet it does. You know what? Let's pull out all the stops. We'll have champagne and caviar. We'll get really dressed up.
Wait, honey, you really think that's the way to go?
No, why not be simple? I mean, just have a block party.
That's perfect. We can involve the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, we can have a potluck and music.
Yeah.
Hire a dancing band. That'd be fun.
Honey, for a block party? No, we just tell people to throw their speakers up to the windows.
And we all put it on the same station and we dance and
yeah! Woo!
And then we can put tables outside, maybe for food and champagne. That'd be good.
Sweetheart, this is not the champagne side of town.
Well, it is now.
You know what we can
No,
do?
I think it's better we just stick to kegs of beer.
Yeah, and when we string up lights between the houses like we did when we were kids.
I think we better start making some calls here. I don't know what to do first.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you vowed never to step foot in this house.
Vows are made to be broken. You know that better than anyone else.
Why are you here, Sophia?
Just heard a news brief on the radio. Seems the charges against you have been dropped.
Did you hear why they were dropped?
Something about full admission of guilt and a promise of restitution to the families of the victims.
Don't sound so surprised.
What happened?
Exactly what you heard. For once, the media interpretations of my actions were entirely accurate.
Well, wonders never cease.
Oh, you find it hard to believe that I could behave in an ethical fashion. Can't say I blame you.
I find it a sad comment on our marriage. All those years we spent together, in spite of all my pleas, I wasn't the one that brought you around. We shredded each other to a point where we have nothing left to share together except a common past. And even that didn't make you change. I'm very curious, Cece. What did?
Mason.
The ultimate irony. The black sheep in the family saves the patriarch. Well, whatever works. I just can't help wondering. Where was Mason when we needed him?
Augusta's right. I need a plan.
You rang, Dollface?
Looking for a missing person.
Name?
Sonny Sprocket. Sound familiar?
What's this Joe look like?
As a matter of fact, he looks just like you. Except he prefers Western wear. So, does the, name ring a bell?
Sorry, sweetheart.
Maybe this will help you remember. What's your name, Gumshoe?
Mason.
What's your name? I'm going to ask you again.
Mason.
What's your name?
Mason.
Plan B. Give him life! Give Sonny life!
Off into this breathing world scarce half made up, and that so lamely and unfashionable that dogs do bark at me as I hold high. It's Richard III.
Oh, Sonny, how am I ever going to get you back?
You'll never guess. I don't have to. I saw it on the news.
You can congratulate me now, even though I'm not totally responsible for this miracle.
Congratulations.
You don't have to be so enthusiastic.
I am delighted to know that the heat is off of you and that your career will maintain itself and stay intact.
But
I am convinced that Cece is giving the performance of his life only rivaled by his son.
everybody's a critic.
You asked.
When are you going to take the Capitals off the blacklist?
Well, maybe when they start giving their vital organs to science, and I hope that's immediately. Then possibly I'll have to say something nice about the family. But don't hold your breath.
I feel a trend. Happy endings all the way around. And next in line is yours truly.
Gina, what the hell are you...
I was... Well...
What is it?
Oh, God, Cruz. She's dead.
Tonight, President Bush concludes his visit to Japan and tries to deal with the John Tower affair. I'm Tom Brokaw. Join me from Tokyo on NBC Nightly News.